Hello again, fellow BeachBum traders. Thank you for joining us for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for the trading week of March 24th through March 28th. We're in part 2 of our weekly trading game plan. We'll be selecting our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list. We'll also discuss how we can use dividend payers and several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. So let's get started. Good morning, RT. Thank you for joining us in the chat today. Hope you're having a great day. So here's our Google document with our notes for part 2 of our weekly trading game plan for March 24th through March 28th. We keep our notes in publicly accessible Google documents. Our notes documents contain links to bonus videos, to the tools and resources we use to trade our top swing trading stocks, etc. You can find a direct link to this Google document in the description box below. If you have not already seen part 1 of our weekly trading game plan for this trading week, titled Make Money Trading in the Spring, we would highly recommend that you also view part 1, as that contains our market analysis, trading strategies, and trade ideas for this trading week. We keep all of our Google documents for our weekly trading game plan notes in a publicly accessible Google Drive folder, so you can refer back to the notes for part 1, as well as previous weekly trading game plan notes documents, and you can also find a direct link to this publicly accessible Google Drive folder in the description box below. Welcome, Fairchild. Thank you for joining us today. Gerald Fitz, hope you all are doing well. So firstly, we'll go over our trade updates for this week, and then we'll look at the charts for these stocks in Webull. So firstly, at options expiration on the 21st, we got assigned on the cash secured puts that we had sold against AHR Test Systems. We sold those at 10, again, March expiration, for $1.50. So when we got assigned those, our cost basis is $8.50 on those assigned shares, and we can use the wheel strategy, sell covered calls against those. This position, as you'll see, is slightly in profit right now, so we'll be comparing putting a stop in versus selling covered calls against this position on AHR. You can see our thesis on AHR via the links to our previous due diligence videos in the notes. Secondly, we got stopped out of our long position in NVDY. NVDY is the yield max on NVIDIA. So we had bought that back on the 7th. We got stopped out on the 17th. We bought it at 16, got stopped out at 17.29. So we got a nice profit with an ROI of about 8%. Equates to a monthly ROI of about 24% on this scalp trade on NVDY. We saw NVDY actually declined into that GTC, NVIDIA GTC conference. So again, we stopped out. We'll be watching that again in our shopping list to see if we get another opportunity to enter on NVDY before it goes ex-dividend, which I believe is on the 27th. We also got assigned early on the cash secured puts that we had sold against SOXL. SOXL, again, is the leverage long on semiconductors. We had sold cash secured puts at the 25 strike price. Again, that was a March expiration. We got assigned, or we had sold those end of February at 435. So we got assigned early on those. We've got a cost basis of about 2065 on SOXL. So those are a little bit out of the money right now. So again, we can look at selling covered calls and or wait for SOXL to recover, semiconductors cycle back up, and then we can put a stop in on SOXL. We also got assigned early on our second tranche of cash secured puts we'd sold against Shutterstock. So we'd sold some March and we got assigned those, and we also had sold some Mays at 27.50. Again, Shutterstock has continued to decline. We sold those on the 21st at 350. So on that tranche, we have a cost basis of 24. So again, we can look at selling covered calls against those, wait for Shutterstock to swing back up. Again, you can hear our thesis behind Shutterstock, and they've got the merger with Getty. I think Getty reported positive earnings. So again, with the rotation out of technology, out of all the AI stocks, downward trend, downward sentiment on Shutterstock. So we'll wait for that to swing back up as well. And although I don't recommend anyone blindly follow us into or out of trades, if it would help you make money trading, help you succeed in your trading career, to hear when we enter or exit a trade, get real-time notifications when we enter or exit a trade by joining our Patreon. You can hear how you can best use our trade alerts to help you make money trading via the link to the bonus video in the notes. We also have several additional alerts categories in our Discord available to our Patreon's members. So firstly, I set up Thinkorswim price alerts and Thinkorswim. When those get triggered, they get automatically posted to our Thinkorswim TOS alerts channel in our Discord. So again, we can see when GOOY, the yield max on Google, hit its 52-week low, TECS, when we sold some covered calls on TECS, etc. So if I do make a trade based on those Thinkorswim price alerts, I'll reply in the Thinkorswim channel. If it's a trade not directly related to a Thinkorswim price alert, then we'll post those in the trade alerts channel, so you can see when we got assigned those cash secured puts, the shares for the cash secured puts on AHR, SOXL, etc., Shutterstock. We also have a real-time system that generates alerts when stocks are moving up, breaking out, near a support price target, etc. And our real-time system posts those alerts to the alerts channel in our Discord. You can also get access to those real-time alerts by joining our Patreon, and you can get more information about how you can use our real-time alerts to help you make money trading, whatever trading style you're using. It's great for shorter term traders as well, scalpers, momentum traders, breakout traders, etc. So we can see when stocks are moving up, and we see utilities moving up, so it's a defensive move. So we can see sector rotations, SLP breaking out, XLRE, so real estate breaking out. So again, great way to also see sector rotations, changes in sentiment, reversals in the market. And again, you can get all that information by joining our Patreon. Welcome, the Ricky Khan. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. So if we quickly look at those charts for our trades in Webull, there's AEHR, again, AEHR test systems. Again, we had sold cash secured puts at 10. When those expired, we got assigned. Again, our cost base about 850. So right now that trade is profitable. So we'll be comparing, is it more profitable to sell covered calls against that position, or put a stop in again if it swings back up. And we can do either one. I guess that was an older trade, APLY. We're still long in APLY. I thought about taking that off, but we're still long. That's trades with our reduced cost basis is slightly in profit. Here's NVDY. We bought this back at 16, rode that wave up. Congratulations again to any of our BeachBum traders. Could have got it in even cheaper than we did. So again, I have a tendency to be early. So if you get the notifications, plenty of opportunity for you to get in at possibly even a cheaper price. We didn't get 100% of the top, but pretty close. And then when it rolled over, we got stopped out for a nice profit. Again, we'll see if we get a dip in NVDY before it goes ex-dividend again, and see if we can collect that nice dividend. Again, SOXL semiconductors been cycling down for quite some time. So we'd sold the 25s. Our cost basis again is just over 20. So those are just slightly negative right now. If SOXL swings back up, we can either put a stop in or again look at selling covered calls against that. And that's an old trade as well. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll look over our updates to our top swing trading stocks to watch list for this week. Just a quick reminder, if you're not already using Webull, you can still get 20 free fractional shares of stock by opening and funding your account with as little as $500. Each fractional share worth $3,000 to $3,000. If you use our affiliate link in the description box below, you can get your free fractional shares of stock, take advantage of any other promotions they have going at the time, and also help support our BeachBum trading community, all of which we greatly appreciate. So again, here's our top swing trading stocks to watch for this week. We'll go over the updates very quickly, and we'll look at those charts in Webull as well. Just a quick reminder, you can also trade 24 hours a day, 5 days a week in Webull. You can get more information about overnight trading in Webull via the link to the bonus video in our notes, and also the discussion topic in our Discord. I believe I've left AMZY in our watchlist Google Sheet. We'll also look at our watchlist Google Sheet. We're already long AMZY. This is the yield max on Amazon. See, it went ex-dividend on the 13th, paid about 42 cents. Goes ex-dividend again on April 10th. Again, I think there's still an opportunity to get in AMZY profitably. Yesterday we talked and we saw seeing potentially a slow rotation back into technology. I think that will be led by the MAG 7. However, markets still have some downside risk. So while we wait, we're buying up these yield maxes with positive total return on the MAG 7, collecting those dividends, letting it reduce our cost basis while we wait for the market to swing back up. So again, that's part of our current overall strategy. You can hear our analysis of several of these yield maxes on the MAG 7s via the link to the video in the notes. Another yield max we've been watching is on Coinbase, kind of driven by Bitcoin prices. So CONY pays a nice total return, nice dividend as well. It went ex-dividend on the 6th, so the next ex-dividend is April 3rd. See, it paid about 60 cents. Done several analysis of CONY, again, yield max on Coinbase. So if Bitcoin takes a dip again under 80, might drive CONY back down to a 52-week low, and we'll pick up some shares of CONY. Another yield max I added this week was FBY, which is the yield max on Meta, the old Facebook. So it's the yield max on Facebook. It had taken a dip, so we identified that, added that to our top swing trading stocks to watch. Again, another yield max on the MAG 7. It did rebound pretty quickly. So again, congratulations to any of our BeachBum traders who were notified of that addition to our top swing trading stocks to watch list and happened to catch that dip on FBY. We'll see if we get another dip. And it went ex-dividend on 227, paid about 48 cents. So it's going to go ex-dividend again this week on 327. So we'll see if we get an opportunity to get into FBY. We'll also look at its total return in our dividend payers Google sheet. Still watching the yield max on Google. So it's been coming down. We saw on March 11th, it hit a 52-week low. So we'll get another yield max on the MAG 7. It went ex-dividend on March 20th, paid about 33 cents. So we've got plenty of time on that till April 17th. And we're still long TSLY, the yield max on Tesla. Again, Tesla's been declining. So we just collected this ex-dividend. We're on the 20th, so it paid 46 cents. So the next ex-dividend's on the 17th. So again, we're collecting these dividends, reducing our cost basis on our position in TSLY, waiting for it to swing back up. Again, we'll look at all the stocks in our watch list Google sheet. Our watch list Google sheet gets generated at the end of each day with our top swing trading stocks to watch, stocks in our bullpen, stocks in our shopping list, etc. If I do add anything after that gets generated, then I post that in the stocks watch list updates channel in our Discord, which our Patreons also have access to. So you can see when I added FBY on the 20th, Patreon members got notified of that addition to our top swing trading stocks to watch, and possibly were able to catch that quick bounce in FBY. Got a whole series of videos on how you can use our watch list Google sheet to help you make money trading, how to watch our top swing trading stocks to watch, how you can use the PE and the average true range, our buy at and sell at targets, etc. So here's our watch list Google sheet. Here's our top swing trading stocks to watch. You can see all the yield maxes. You see their current risk reward profiles, our price targets, buy at, sell at price targets. You can also see their ex-dividend or dividend information, optionality, nominal yield, also their ATR, help you with stop losses and profit, take profit orders. So again, we can watch all of these in our watch list Google sheet. I quickly look at the charts in Webull for our top swing trading stocks to watch. What are you looking for a link to? RT, please let me know. I'll reply. So here's our top swing trading stocks to watch in Webull, and we're currently long on AMZY. So it looks like it's swinging back up. Our cost basis on that, I think, is about 1660 or so. So once that gets in profit, we can put a stop in there, or just keep collecting the monthly dividends and lowering our cost basis. Okay, RT, thank you for clarifying. Gerald won't be able to post links in our chat, but you can post those in the Discord. I would highly recommend that. So here's CONY, CONY, yield max on Coinbase. Again, when when Bitcoin broke below 80, see CONY dip down to 781. I think Bitcoin's sitting around 84, 85 right now. So if we get a dip back down under 80, might get a chance to get into CONY. Here's FBY. Again, we saw a quick dip in that, added it to our top swing trading stocks to watch on the 11th, and then it did bounce back up. So we'll see if we can get a quick dip again in Meta and Facebook. Pick up some yield max on Facebook, and plenty of potential upside there. Yield max on Google, GUI. We see it made a new 52-week low on the 18th. Been pretty flat, just choppy lately. So we've been looking for a potential entry into GUI. Again, we'll compare the total returns of these various yield maxes in our dividend payers Google sheet and pick the one that has the best opportunity, best total return at the time. Again, we're still long TSLY, and you could have gotten in quite a bit lower. It's been declining, bounced up a little bit, flattening out. Looks like it might be turning back up. So again, in the meantime, we're lowering our cost basis, collecting those monthly dividends on TSLY. Okay, let me grab another quick drink and we'll go over our bullpen stocks. Okay, talk about our bullpen stocks. If you're new to our community, the concept of the bullpen stocks are ones that may not have the setup right now to warrant inclusion in our top swing trading stocks to watch right now, but I've identified that they may in the near future. So we put them in the bullpen. If their setup improves, we put them in the game, move them up to our top swing trading stocks to watch list. If they run away or break down, then we just take them out of the bullpen and we can revisit them again in the future. So we'll quickly go over our updates to our bullpen stocks in our notes, and then we'll also look at them in our watch list Google sheet, as well as our the charts in Webull. So firstly is APLY. I believe I left APLY also in our bullpen, although we are already long APLY. We went long APLY on the 12th. It went ex-dividend on the 13th, paid about 34 cents. And this is the Yield Max monthly dividend payer on Apple. I believe our position now with the reduced cost basis is close to or in profit. The next ex-dividend date is April 10th. So I think there's still a reasonable opportunity to get into APLY. Could have done a couple videos analyzing APLY. Next one is GCT, Giga Cloud Technology, profitable technology company. It was double bottom in FinViz, so we added it to our bullpen. What popped up, it's slowly coming back down. We'll see if we get another opportunity, get into GCT. You can hear, done several analysis on GCT in the past, so you can hear via the links to the videos in the notes. METC, again, our play on coke and coal, rare earth materials. It had popped way up on earnings, came back down a little bit. We'll see if we get a rotation. We saw yesterday quite a rotation out of coke and coal. So again, if we get a little bit of a dip, we'll pick up some METC. Again, they had positive news out of earnings. And again, it's both a coke and coal and a rare earth elements play. And you can hear our why we like METC via the link to the bonus video in the notes. Tatron, electronics components company. Again, low float, kind of choppy. But if they get news on contracts, I don't know if they have any play in the new 6th generation fighter coming out. But that might be a potential catalyst. It didn't seem to react to that yet. Again, low float, choppy, small cap company. You can hear our previous analysis on Tate via the links to the videos in the notes. Welcome, MD. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Taking URAX. URAX is leverage long on uranium. Taking that out of the bullpen. URA already ran back up. We do have URAX in our shopping list. So again, we can watch that in the shopping list sheet of our watch list. It's also in our ETFs Google sheet. So I took that one out of the bullpen. You can hear our analysis on URAX, why we like that for a long, leverage long on uranium via the link to the video in the notes. USOI, USIO, UCO Inc., and another technology infrastructure play, profitable technology company. Showed up as a double bottom in FinViz on March 4th, so we added it to a bullpen. We're keeping an eye on that, see if it comes back down. Again, you can hear our analysis on USOI, IO via the link to the video in the notes. And you can also watch our bullpen stocks via the bullpen sheet and our watch list Google sheet. You can see their risk reward profiles, our price targets for those, whether they're optionable, if they pay a dividend, when their last ex-dividend date was, how much they paid, when their next earnings date is, get PEs if that's applicable, and their ATRs. So again, we can watch and trade off of our bullpen stocks and the bullpen sheet of our watch list Google sheet. We look at our bullpen stocks in Webull. Here's my bullpen watch list. Again, APLY, we're already long APLY, yield max on Apple. So again, you had the opportunity to get in even lower than we did. Looks like it's swinging back up slowly. Did pop a little bit on Friday. It breaks through that pivot point. I'll probably take that one off. Again, we got in at 15.25, but after collecting the dividend, I think our cost base is about 14.90, so it's pretty close to in profit right now. GCT, GigaCloud, so we saw a quick dip down to 1240, quick bounce back up. So again, congratulations to any of our BeachBum traders who caught that quick dip and bounce on GCT based on our trade idea. See, it's been kind of just trailing off, and we'll see if we get another dip. Give us an opportunity to get into GCT. Similarly with METC, coking coal, rare earths. See that big pop on their earnings. So again, congratulations to our BeachBum traders who profited from this trade idea in METC. Hopefully you took your profits before it retraced very quickly back down. So we can see it's trailing off a little bit. So under 8, we're looking for a buy back in under 8. So if we get a quick dip in METC, again, they had real positive news, a nice positive reaction to that. Again, if you make money, make a profit off our trade ideas, we'd love it if you'd share that with your fellow traders. Encourage them to join our BeachBum trading community. Hopefully we can help them make a profit as well. Tatron, again, very choppy, low float. We see a big pop on Friday. Maybe that was the 6th generation fighter news. Huge bar, so a lot of variance. So again, if you are able to profit on one of these pops, protect your profits, get a stop in because it could retrace. You can see very large bars. It's very choppy, very low float. USIO, again, another technology infrastructure, trail down, looks like it bounced back up a little bit. Again, another low float, small cap, choppy technology company. But again, if they get positive news, it's had some major run-ups in the past, so you can catch those news-related pops, make a nice profit in some of these small cap companies. I generally not nimble enough to catch those, but hopefully some of our BeachBum traders can profit off of these trade ideas. Welcome, Fairchild, if I missed you earlier. Thank you for joining us. continue to compile our list of honorable mention stocks. These are ones I've identified that are double bottoms, multiple bottoms in FinViz. Some we would like to do some quick due diligence on as we have time. So I'll continue to add to this list. Some we have in our database and they popped up either as a bottom in FinViz or in the queries I run at the end of each day. So you can take a look at any of these honorable mention stocks, see if any of these might be interest to you. I'll try to clean that list up as we have time. We talked about THD, the ETF on Thailand. We took a look at that yesterday. Some I've added recently, Saga Communications, that was a double bottom, Nephros Medical Instruments, double bottom. Also, we looked at and talked about Malaysia yesterday. We saw Malaysia had been downtrending for quite some time, negative in the list of countries in FinViz. So another possible swing back up, tariff related. If those countries, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, South Korea, etc., might benefit from tariffs on China, etc. Also, Malaysia had data centers. Somebody was, I think, Microsoft building data centers in Malaysia. So, again, I think we discussed that in this video as well. Also added VRMT, Variant Systems. This was the double bottom in FinViz on the 19th, another infrastructure software company. So again, you can take a look at all of those and see if any of those are of interest to you, and we'll come back and do due diligence on those as we're able. So we always recommend that you have your list of shopping list stocks ready to be able to take advantage of any corrections in the market like we've been seeing lately, any irrational reactions in the market, irrational reactions to earnings, etc. We just recommend that you stay away from zombie companies, zombie stocks, zombie ETFs. Again, none of our content should be considered financial advice. We're not financial advisors. All of our content is for education and hopefully some entertainment purposes only. But again, the Fed did not change interest rates and don't expect a cut anytime soon. So continued higher for longer. Going to continue to put pressure on these money-losing companies. If you're concerned about the solvency of a money-losing company, or that they might have to do an offering or a reverse split anytime soon, you can calculate their quarter's cash flow positive using our biotech due diligence Google sheet. Could be a biotech, could be any money-losing company, and you can get access to our biotech due diligence Google sheet by joining our Patreon. We can also watch our shopping list stocks in our shop list tab of our watch list Google sheet. And one I want to point out again, talked about we got stopped out of our position in NVDY, and we're looking for a new entry into NVDY, and we're watching that in the shop list tab of our watch list Google sheet. Can we see NVDY last went ex-dividend on the 27th. So go ex-dividend again this week on 3/27. It last paid about $1.61. So you can hear our previous analysis on NVDY via link to the videos in the notes. Again, now we're watching this in our shop list tab. So you can see right now NVDY is about 17.29. Bottom was 15.50. So again, we'll be looking for a dip. You can see the risk reward profiles, again, ex-dividend date, etc. for our shopping list stocks. Also in the shop list tab, we've also got other yield maxes like APLY, TSLY, etc. We've got some REITs, Stag. We're still long land, LTC, Watch MP Materials, MSB for steel, JEPI and JEPQ, dividend payers, etc. Also, if we continue to see declines in the market, might get an opportunity in one of these broad index funds. We like BTI. This is a international, a very broad index-based total market fund. Again, this also gives you international exposure. So if that gets close to a 52-week low, you might look at a chunk of BTI. Again, we like that versus like just VOO, as it does have international exposure. We've been talking about potential rotation into emerging markets, international markets. Also watching USOY for oil. You see there's URAX for uranium. So again, a broad range of stocks in our shopping list, so we can take advantage of anyone that pops up as attractive. Again, WEAT for wheat. If that comes down again a little bit, we might take another shot at swinging wheat with WEAT. Okay, let me grab a quick drink and we'll look at dividend payers using our dividend payers Google Sheet. So if anyone in the chat has a particular dividend payer that you'd like to take a look at, please throw those up in the chat. We can look at your preferred dividend payers as we have opportunity. Welcome, Sydney Osborne. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Grab a quick drink and we'll look at dividend payers. So again, in addition to our swing trading, we use dividend payers to collect dividends, create a schedule of income using dividend payers to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. We use our dividend payers Google Sheet to identify those dividend payers with the total return, the risk reward profile, the categories, the payment schedule, etc. that we would like. And you can do likewise. You can get 24/7 access to our dividend payers Google Sheet by joining our Patreon. We've got a whole series of videos on how you can use our dividend payers to find the best dividend paying stocks, create your own schedule of dividend payers. You can access that series via the link in our notes. We don't have any changes this week, so we can just look at whatever you would like to look at and compare the total return of the yield maxes. We also have the yield max that we watch in the yield max tab. So again, you can compare the total return, risk reward profile of the various yield maxes, look at monitor their price relative to their support level. So we see some of the better ones, you know, AMZY, Apple, you see Cony's got a very high total return, FBY pretty attractive. Only negatives right now are AMDY, again, AMD decline. We still have our position in AMDY, more again for price appreciation when AMD swings back up. I looked at Microsoft, it's pretty low MicroStrategy, but it's not really close to its support level. It's NVDY, very nice total return. Netflix, not very close to its support. It's interesting, ULTY's turned positive, so we've traded that, scalped that a couple times. And YBIT, YMAX are negative, and OARC is negative. So, and we look at these, see which ones have the best total return, which ones are the best risk reward profile at the time, close to their support. And then again, we can use those to generate monthly income. So again, you can see all the yield maxes we watch in the yield max tab. You can find their distribution schedule via the link to the Yield Max distribution schedule in the References tab. And then the main ones we watch are in our main dividend payers sheet. So other than the yield maxes, you can see some of the others that are close to support. You can see what category they're in. Look at their total return. Again, pick ones that have the dividend payment schedule, the total return, category, risk reward profile you would like. Again, other than the yield maxes, I don't really have a whole lot in the dividend payers. See, again, here's FBY, almost 18%. GOOY showing pretty low, only 4% there, so maybe that's one put lower on the priority. Hope is a regional bank, not too hip on that. See IEI's, that's total returns pretty low. It's a furniture company. MJ, we've talked about that. Some of these closed-end funds and bond funds might be attractive to some. You can take a look at some of those. These are all closed-end funds and bond funds. Pfizer, we talked about that. Also, if we continue to get these declines in the market, QQQ or QQQY, and also SPY or SPYT, and we've talked about these previously. You can see that SPY is a little better total return than SPYT, and also QQQ a little bit better than QQQY. But if you're looking for monthly dividends, you might want to take a look at those. So again, you can compare just the index versus some of these monthly dividend payers on the index. Shutterstock, again, we've got block from cash secured puts. Also TLT and TLTW, pretty low total return. QLTY, 22%. That was negative at one time. And we talked about oil. USOY we prefer. It's got a nice return. Get oil back under 80. We'll look at buying a block of USOY. We talked about here's VOO versus VTI. So very similar total returns, but again, VTI gives you some international exposure. We kind of like that. Again, Xerox, very negative total return. So again, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat, keep the dividend payers up if anyone wants to look at any other dividend payers. In addition to dividend payers, we also use several option strategies to generate income while we wait for our swing trading stocks to set up. Firstly, we sell covered calls against our positions when they're going up, buy them back when they're coming back down. Also as part of the wheel strategy. And we've got more information about that in the links to the videos below. And we use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on various covered call strategies, various expirations, strike prices, etc. Also comparing it to putting in a stop loss. So you can do likewise, make a copy of our covered calls Google Sheet, do your own what-if analysis on your covered call strategies. You can do so by joining our Patreon. Got a whole series of videos on how you can use our covered calls Google Sheet to do what-if analysis on your covered call strategies via the bonus links to the videos in the notes. We also sell puts against stocks when they're going down, buy them back when they're going back up. As you saw, we've sold a number of puts as the market declined, gotten assigned some of those. So again, We can utilize the wheel strategy, turn around and sell covered calls against those positions, or again, put stop losses, take a profit if they swing back up. You can get more information about the wheel strategy via the link in our notes. And we use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to identify opportunities to sell and then buy back puts. Again, you can do likewise, use our puts ROIC Google Sheet, help you make money trading puts by joining our Patreon. So we'll look at some opportunities in our puts ROIC momentarily. The only update I have to our puts ROIC Google Sheet this week is we lowered the strike on IIPR. IIPR is an industrial REIT. I believe a lot of their properties are related to cannabis farming. It declined significantly, so we lowered the strike price on that from 65 to 55. Also got a whole series of videos, again, how you can use our puts ROIC Google Sheet to make money trading puts. And we've got a whole playlist of videos on how you can make money trading options that you can access on our YouTube channel, also via the link in the notes. Let me grab a drink and we'll look at our puts. Okay, firstly, you can see here's the ones on AHR we had sold that we just got assigned. So you can see we had sold those for $1.50, so we've got a break-even price of $8.50. I'll take those out of the list or out of our Google Sheet. I moved the strike price down to $7.50 for AHR. So at the 52-week high, those would give you about a 7%, so it might be of interest to some. Lower strike price puts on AHR. Our sell on Intel would have expired, so probably not pursue those right now. And we had lowered the strike price a bit at the 52-week high, 355, 14% ROIC. So Intel does decline. We can look at selling some against Intel again, but right now the premium's pretty low. So ones we were assigned on SOXL at 25. Again, we sold those for 435, so you can see it's just slightly negative right now. Again, I'll take that one out of our Google Sheet, and we have now the 15 strike price on SOXL at the 52-week high of 195. Give you about 8%, so they might be interested to sell 15 strike price against SOXL. Right now, again, premium's a little low, but look at the research tab, and just quickly, I lowered IIPR. So you can look at that one down to 55. Again, pretty low premium right now. See if anyone else has attractive premium. So here's ELF. We talked about ELF. So at 60, showing almost 6%. That might be interesting to some. I don't particularly like the cosmetics right now. Again, here's the position we were assigned on Shutterstock. So again, we sold that for $3.50. So our cost basis is 24, and it's continued to decline now below 20. So I've got the 17.50. I'll take this out of our Google Sheet, and at the 17.50 strike, at 65, only 65 cents. Pretty small ROIC. So not a high probability that's going to continue to decline there, but maybe that premium will pop up a bit. Delta's pretty low. Again, if we get some increased volatility, further declines in the market, some of these other puts might show up as attractive. So again, we can keep an eye on those, take advantage of any opportunities to sell some additional puts. And again, make some money while we wait for the market to swing back up. So if anyone else has any other puts you'd like us to do research on, just let us know the ticker, the stock, strike price, expiration. Put it in the comments to our video or in our Discord. Again, tag us in the Discord. We're at BeachBum Trading, all lowercase, no other characters, symbols, etc. Anyone else is an imposter, please report and ignore them. Also, our Discord is free to join. You have access to all kinds of additional channels, with the exception of the few I mentioned, exclusive to our Patreon members. But again, we have all kinds of channels to discuss all things trading, different asset classes, using different trading styles, different trading platforms. So we'd love to have you join our Discord, our free Discord, and actively participate there. We'd also love your feedback on what we can do to improve our weekly trading game plans, our videos, our tools, our Google Sheets, our community, etc. Please post those in our Discord and or in the comments to our videos. Got just a few minutes. If anyone in the chat has any other questions, any stocks you'd like us to take a quick look at. Again, we've got a couple minutes. We can answer any questions, take a look at any stocks, or again, you can always post those as comments in our videos and or in our Discord. Again, please tag us in the Discord so we know your question or the stock you would like to take a look at. Anyone in the chat doesn't have any in particular you want to look at right now? We can take a look at one of our honorable mentions very quickly. So we'll just start with Elon Animal Health. This was a double bottom on February 7th. So if I go to NVDY, and you can find links to the tools and resources we frequently use in the links section of our homepage, beachbumtrading.com, without the U. So we go to NVDY. Look at Elon very quickly. Again, animal health, so it's a drug manufacturer. It looks like it's broken down some since then. So it did bounce up off their lower trend line. Looks like they had some poor earnings, so they missed on their recent earnings. Beat on revenue. They do make money. PE is not terribly high. Debt's a little high. It is optionable. Short interest isn't very high. Again, not a lot of discrepancy between outstanding and float. It's performed pretty poorly for the year. It's been trending down, did bounce. Look at their weekly. So it looks like, it's trailing down to around 10 or so. It's got upside, 18 or so. So not quite a double. Zoom out a little bit. Looks like it's only been around since 2018 or so. And looks like it previously bottomed in around 8 or 9, up to 18 or so. Look at their financials. So they were losing money, started making money, it's been kind of flat. EPS, again, they were losing, now they're making money, but it's kind of flat. Quarterly net income, okay, so they lost a little bit most recent quarter, so that's not good. EPS went negative, so possibly we'll probably take this one out of our honorable mention for now. Again, it broke that double bottom. It was a double bottom in early February based on their current earnings. It broke that, trending down. So I think we'll take that one out of our honorable mentions for now. So if anyone's interested in Elon or Elanco Animal Health, let me know what you think of that. Does it warrant leaving it in our honorable mentions? Should we take it out? Do you think it's going to recover, swing back up, turn profitable again, or again continue to downtrend? Guess we could look at their description just very quickly, see what kind of competition they have from like Amazon, etc. So products for pets and farm animals, animal disease prevention, therapeutics, farm animals, etc. Ruminants and swine. So it doesn't sound like avian, so it doesn't sound like they play in the avian flu area. But I guess that's gone to cattle as well. So I don't know if they have any news related to that. And decline on their probably on their earnings. So again, let me know if you have any feedback, positive or negative, regarding Elon, Elanco. Do you think it warrants inclusion in our honorable mentions, or we'll just take that out? Okay, so thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat today, everyone who's watching after the fact. We hope that you like this content. We hope you'll smash the like button on our videos. Help us try to get the YouTube algorithm to show us some love someday and share our content with more traders. Continue to build our BeachBum trading community. We really need and would appreciate your help if you'd share our content with your fellow traders, repost it on your social media sites, invite your fellow traders to join us in the live chats, join us in the Discord, and continue to build our BeachBum trading community for the mutual benefit of all of our fellow BeachBum traders. Again, thank you all for joining us and for watching. I hope you'll come back next weekend, 10 a.m. Saturdays for part 1, 10 a.m. Sundays for part 2 of our weekly trading game plans. And in the meantime, good luck and have a great trading week.